everything without offending. So now my mouth is in the jailhouse with cases pending. First Amendment, you replaced it, rigged it, dumbed it down. It's not an option. Some of it I understand. Took power from me.
I think Verizon has its sight on the first half of 2023 with greater focus on its prepaid brands, some aggressive marketing as C-band becomes available much more widely. All right, so let's pick this apart from this analyst here. Verizon has already said that the bleeding is going to stop. They've already said that things are going to turn around in Q1. Is that possible? Is that going to happen? Maybe. But it says here that the focus is going to be on prepaid. The funny thing about this, guys, is that prepaid has a lower ARPU, average revenue per user. So you're basically going to be aggressive in the segment that makes you lesser money per customer. Well, hopefully you can achieve some synergies or some cost efficiencies there. They also mentioned C-band becoming more available. Well, that makes sense because you're going to be better capable of selling the network. You could say, well, look, we got this new upgraded version of our network, already a great coverage network, right, with lots of, huge market reach, network reach. And now we're going to add capacity to it with upgrades. So, asked to comment on how Verizon's going to turn the trajectory around in the fourth quarter and Verizon's offers during the holidays, a spokesperson in Verizon's consumer group pointed to its current offers here, and then it's linked in this article. And new deals will be happening throughout the holiday season. Presumably, Verizon will adjust plans as it sees fit throughout the sales cycle. I don't know, guys. Do you think we got new plans coming from Verizon in the fall, or excuse me, in at some point in Q1? Do you think we see new plans? Because really, the only true issue with Verizon is their cost. They're just expensive, relatively speaking, right? Like, you're gonna get equivalent plans on AT&T and T-Mobile for lesser money. It's a little bit cheaper. Now, when you go like multi-line, it's a little bit like the gap closes. But it's true, and Verizon doesn't give anything above 720p, even on their highest plan, when it's on LTE. So if you're on the C-band connection, if you're on N77, or if you're on the 5G ultrawideband mmWave, right? If you're on 5G ultrawideband, then sky's the limit. It doesn't throttle you in any way, but the plans are much better constructed. The experiences and the plans and the values are better on both AT&T and T-Mobile. So Verizon has to probably tend to that. If Verizon's sick and tired of these bad quarters, then they'll just adjust their plans. That's what they're going to have to do. They're going to have to become more price competitive. As much as they hate it, they hate to do that to their precious premium brand. Oh, man. Being sarcastic there. I mean, look, I want to see them become more competitive. I just don't know if it's in them with the CEO. So, stay premium priced and expensive and all of that. And then they're going to focus on the prepaid brands for the value. So, the people have spoken. People have left Verizon because of pricing. They went to Big Cable. They went to Charter and Comcast, Spectrum, and Xfinity. They kept the Verizon network, but they wanted it for a cheaper price. So that's what they did. I know a lot of people say that the network sucks. It's not even a lot of people. It's a loud minority. We see a lot of people that live in rural suburbia type of markets. They have a rough experience with Verizon because of localized congestion. They've got tower sites that need to be upgraded. And trust me, Verizon has already come out and said, we are going to upgrade every single cell site in the country in our footprint. And they're still going to build new sites too, and they're going to densify, right? They're going to deal with congestion. In rural America, it's probably just getting those sites modernized. It might not even be that they have to densify all that much. It might be more of the fact that they just need to modernize the sites, right? Put a gig backhaul on a site, get the C-band and the CBRS and all those 3 gigahertz frequencies, radios and antennas, and it'll completely change the way the network operates. Because right now, if you're on a band 13 only site, even off peak, you're probably getting 50 megs. And any type of peak, it's going to be crawling, right? Those things have to be upgraded. Thanks, Franco. Appreciate the super chat, sir. Said Verizon also charges more tax and fees. You got to pay for the CEO's raise, folks. Well, that's at AT&T. That's the CEO getting the raises. Thanks, Franco. Appreciate you very much, buddy. That's funny, man. Yeah. All right, so the customers can dictate what Verizon does. Hey, Verizon, you're sick of losing customers. If at some point you're just like, man, this is not worth it, well, then you're gonna have to adjust your pricing and change your plans, give people more value. If not, hey, people are gonna look elsewhere because they can get your network. They can get it at big cable and they can get it at prepaid, and that's gonna hurt your ARPU.